What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Zone. Today, let's get started with Sean O'Malley calls out Henry Cejudo days after their UFC 276 altercation. Trash talk is now being thrown on both sides between Sugar Sean O'Malley and Triple C Henry Cejudo. It all really began last weekend, following O'Malley's fight at UFC 276 against Pedro Munoz, which ended in a no contest on account of an eye injury in Munoz's part. During a backstage interview with BT Sport after that bout, O'Malley was asked about his thoughts on Cejudo and Aljamain Sterling getting into it. And before he could even answer, Cejudo, who was just a few feet away, just straight up called O'Malley out and trolled him right there in front of the cameras. This is what happened.
Hey Sean,
I didn't see that.
You want a matchup if he's right here? I'd love a tune-up. What do you say, Precious?
Serious?
What do you say?
Are you you're good to go now,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm good to go.
Say it.
When would you want to bend the knee at what time? Because I think you absolutely suck.
What do you weigh?
Go ahead, carry on with the interview. Go ahead, carry on.
It looks like O'Malley was caught off guard a little in that moment, and finally, after taking some time to think on it and reflect, he's now calling out Cejudo on Twitter. This is what he stated. September 10th, too soon, f***s? Or you all talk, Henry. Can't find his Twitter, someone tag please. Well, Triple C responded with this. LOL, Ronald McDonald got his feeling hurt. He doesn't want to die. I'm eligible in October per USADA. Plus, I have to lose some of this Mexican fat. P.S. Make sure the Virgin Boys are in front row to witness the assassination. I love pay-per-view point. Cejudo retired from MMA back in May of 2020 after finishing Dominic Cruz and successfully defending his bantamweight title. Since then, he's teased about coming back, and he did state a few months back that he has indeed re-entered the USADA testing pool. While it's unclear when or if Cejudo will actually get back inside the octagon, he's talking tough. What do you think though? Do you think the UFC would make O'Malley vs. Cejudo a reality? Do you feel the UFC would just push Cejudo straight into a title fight? Or do you think Cejudo is just trolling everyone and doesn't really plan to return? Darren Till released his statement following his withdrawal from UFC London. With just weeks to go before the UFC London card on July 23, Liverpool's own Darren Till was forced to withdraw from the bout due to an undisclosed injury. He was set to take on the tough Jack Hermanson, who is ranked one spot above him at number 8 in the middleweight division. Till recently posted a video to Twitter showing a medical professional with a syringe drawing blood from what looks like his knee, with a caption that stated, "Be back stronger. Thanks for messages of support, everyone." Nothing has been announced as to what exactly happened or what kind of injury Till suffered during training, but it's enough to keep him sidelined for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, we can see the gorilla back in action sooner rather than later. In Till's place will be Chris Curtis, who is on an 8-fight win streak, and he beat out Rodolfo Vieira and Brendan Allen in his last 2 outings. This would have been a great chance for Till to get back on track since moving to middleweight in 2019, as he has lost back-to-back bouts against Derek Brunson and former champion Robert Whittaker. Who do you think would be a good opponent for Till if he can get back to action in October? RDA is still looking to get back into title contention. Rafael Dos Anjos has a really tough fight against Rafael Fiziev scheduled for this weekend at UFC Vegas 58. It's a fight that could catapult the winner up the UFC lightweight rankings. With uncertainty over who Charles Oliveira will be taking on for the vacant lightweight title, RDA believes that he still has the stuff to make a run at the belt. In fact, he says he's been trying to get a fight against any other top 10 fighter, but has been denied time and again. This is what he said during a media day press conference ahead of the event this Saturday.
We try to fight all these guys, and people just want to fight guys ahead of them, and I'm just tired of it, and I need a fight. I need to support my family. I don't get paid monthly. I don't have a salary, and I just get paid when I fight, and I took the guy. I took Fiziev, you know.
This fight was originally supposed to take place on February 20th, but Fiziev tested positive for COVID-19 and he wasn't able to make the fight, which prompted the UFC to put in Renato Moicano on short notice. Moicano put up a very valiant effort and got a ton of man points in that fight, but RDA clearly won that bout via unanimous decision after 5 rounds. RDA went on to talk about how he still has aspirations to get back to the lightweight title fight, whether against Oliveira or anyone else. He also stated that he knows he would be a very tough matchup for Oliveira, as he too is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and is a former champion who has the pedigree to go the distance. What do you think about RDA's comments saying that he wants to fight anyone in the top 10? Don't forget to take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to the MMA Zone to stay up to date on all of the latest fight news. Chris Pratt, of all people, apologized to Israel Adesanya. A-list movie star Chris Pratt was in the audience to check out UFC 276, and he got the attention of the cameras and ESPN while sitting cage side. Not just because he's famous, but he's also promoting his new Amazon Prime series, The Terminal List. Apparently, he got a bit under the skin of UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya with comments that he made as a guest during the ESPN post-fight show in Las Vegas last Saturday. This is what Pratt stated during the broadcast. "I'm going to say this as humbly as I can, as a guy who's never stepped inside the octagon. I don't know this game. I'm just an actor. I'm not a fan, man. I'm not a fan of coming out with all that talk and then just putting on a little bit of a pitter-patter. I'm like, come on, man. You got to cash on that. You got to cash that promise that being a badass." Those words got back to Adesanya, who posted a clip of Pratt's character on the Terminal List show getting hit with a keyboard and a caption that stated, "Good morning, I'm the man. You're just some fan." This tweet prompted Pratt to respond to him directly on Twitter, and he apologized. This is what he stated. "You're right. I'm sorry, brother. It bugs me when people criticize my work having never themselves risked anything. It makes me a hypocrite to do exactly that to you. My bad. Keep on keeping on, champ." What do you think about this exchange? Alexander Volkanovki reveals broken thumb injury and possible return. Alexander the Great Volkanovki put on another masterful performance at UFC 276, dispatching Max Holloway for the third time, this time in undeniable fashion. Volkanovski pieced up Holloway for 25 minutes, showing that he's still improving, but he did suffer a small setback in his hand during the fight. Case in point, he recently posted a photo of an x-ray of his thumb showing the break with a caption that read, "Broke my thumb in the second round, but that don't stop us. Having surgery today and will be out for 12 weeks. Looking forward to getting back out there. Thanks to everyone for the support." 12 weeks from now would be the last week of September. Given that he's openly talked about and stated his intention of moving up to challenge for the 155-pound lightweight title, this would actually be right up to the timeline of when the UFC wants to have the lightweight title bout, if we're to believe rumors of a possible Fight Island title fight in October. Of course, this all depends on several parties agreeing, from the UFC to Charles Oliveira to Volkanovski. Oliveira has stated he'd like to fight in January in Brazil, but is also open to fighting Conor McGregor whenever he returns to action. At the same time, Volkanovski also has the featherweight division to hold down, and while Josh Emmett is the highest ranked fighter that he has yet to face and who hasn't lost to a previous featherweight title challenger, there's also the possibility that the UFC could tap the winner of the July 16 fight between Yair Rodriguez and Brian Ortega as a possible #1 contender at 145 pounds. Still, what do you think about Volkanovski's options? Do you feel he'll defend his featherweight belt again next or challenge for the 155-pound title? Thank you so much for joining us today. What do you make of what's going on in the fight world? Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the MMA Zone to stay up to date on all the latest news from the MMA Zone. See you next time.